How does it feel to create a masterpiece? That was such a broad question. Unless you have something more specific, I'll touch on a few bits that might be the most interesting. In general, it feels pretty ordinary, but it's surreal too. You think about the odds. A lotto is won every week, several if you count all the states. Being number one for that year is more rare than winning the lotto. But to be remembered as the best after several decades, that's super rare. And to have four, that's surreal. You've heard of the imposter syndrome? It's hard to feel worthy. Blessed, definitely. There's a feeling that there's somebody up there that likes me. Lately, I've hung out with a few people with near-death experiences, and there's something in common with that. The effort? There's not as much as I'd imagined, at least most of the time. That's because the opportunities come so fast, and when they do, it's game on. Sometimes there's a lot to be thought about for that short opportunity, but sometimes it's just selecting a prepared skill or pre-planned move. A lot of times it may look like an ad lib, but it may not be. If so easy, why is it so rare? I think a lot of the issue is not seeing the opportunity, or working in a group where there's little opportunity to shine individually. Nearly all my work is done as a team, but there's still some opportunities to shine. Not getting recognized during your lifetime? There are several angles to this. Having a great project for the current year is really nice, but to be remembered as the best after 10 or 20 years takes that many years. I can understand why some artists may not have been recognized during their lifetime and may have been poor. If no one can recognize it as a masterpiece until the years pass, it will still look like a fine piece of work. If no one can recognize it, then your client will be paying a moderate amount for your work too. And even worse, since prices are usually set up before the work is done, you may be getting paid purely on your reputation. So why do you put in the extra effort to create a masterpiece? It's got to be internal. For me, you like cool things, good quality, performances that move people. So you learn how to make stuff like that. Okay, one more topic. How did DaVinci gather so many skills that he did by age 30? I don't know all his process, but I can see a parallel. In the time frame, you have to do your best work by age 30 or 40. That is, if you want to enjoy how it turns out by the time you're age 50 or 60. I spent childhood thinking about the most useful thing to do with my time. I had a lot of fun, but I chose my games and my hobbies, partly for what they could teach me and what effect they would have on me. Games can model life, let you practice life decision-making in miniature. Some games are definitely better than others. Most don't teach enough generosity or kindness. The original 1950s careers or the classic Monopoly were good to me if you want some recommendations. A lot of parallels with life. Also, for some reason, after I achieved in a career, I would look for something else to learn. I still had that desire to learn from my childhood of playing games.